Hey guys. All right, so we're going to talk today about hydrangea. Hydrangea is a very California grown flower. You see it growing in people's gardens all over the city. The funny thing about gardenia plants, especially when they come in sort of varying colors like this, is that every season the colors change or they slightly start to adjust. So this year, this may have come off really lavender. Next year, there might be, another like more pink in it. It just sort of goes through these little cycles, which is always really fun. I think of it like, a little surprise that you're going to get every year. Anyway, these are grown in California, these lavender hydrangea, and I'm just going to cut the bands off. Other places that hydrangea comes from is Holland. There's Dutch hydrangea. There's South American hydrangea. Whenever we can get it locally, we do, and that tends to be in the summertime. So summertime, you get amazing, beautiful colors. I, for some reason, have a soft spot for this lavender, but there's pinks, there's greens, there's what you call antique, which is sort of a mix of reds and greens. Here's another little trick to hydrangea. I mean, all of this is pretty strong, but if you ever get a piece of hydrangea that just looks like it's super dehydrated, like it died, sometimes like if hydrangea isn't touching the water in your arrangement, you'll notice like in a day it'll be completely dead, but you can bring it back. And here's how you do it. All right, I'm gonna take a paper and move it so I can show you. And you can do this in your kitchen sink. So if you don't have a bucket, you can do this. But if you get a piece of hydrangea that's really dehydrated, stick it in your water head first. Don't smush it, just let it kind of gently get submerged. The thing with hydrangea is they drink from their petals. So you can rehydrate a stem of hydrangea really, really easily. What we do whenever they seem dehydrated, but we know that it's a great piece of hydrangea, we literally take 5 or 6 stems, we stick them all upside down like this. We let them sit there for about 10 minutes. And then you flip them over, give them a cut, put them back, and literally they just spring back. It's like magical. I had a client one time who had bought all of these hydrangea plants for a party that she was having, and we brought flowers over to her, and she was devastated because by the time I got there, all these plants had just totally, like, all the moisture had just come out of the petals, and they were just sagging and sad, and she was ready to throw them away. And I told her to go fill her sink up with water, and we very carefully flipped, even as a plant, we flipped it upside down in her kitchen sink. She looked at me like I had lost my mind. I was the craziest chick ever. But sure enough, about an hour later, I got a text message from her telling me that it worked like a charm, and she couldn't believe it. And she was really excited to have that little trick now in her toolkit. Anyway, I'm just going to go through this quickly. There's nothing more beautiful than a vase of hydrangea. So just go simple with these guys and enjoy them for everything that they are. And that's it. That's the whole lesson.